Welcome to a Panorama Nectos demonstration in which we are going to see how we can easily analyze municipal data, find out causes of issues, uncover hidden insights, and collaborate with the most relevant peers and municipal agencies using Splunk data services. In the screen in front of you, you see Necto's homepage. Necto works on different workboards. Workboards are the next generation of dashboards, but they are more than just dashboards. They're dynamic, they're suggestive, and they're collaborative. And we're going to see all of that in the next few minutes. In Necto's homepage, we can continue our work using our recent workboards. We can go to favorite workboards for bookmarked workboards. We can go and find relevant workboards. Relevant workboards are workboards in which Necto recommends to us based on its knowledge on what interests us, what are the areas that would be most relevant to us. We can also go to our recent discussions or subscribe to other users that are of interest to us. Let's look at this workboard. In the workboard in front of you, you can see a variety of components that visualize the information in the way that's most relevant to us. What you see in front of you is information from the Municipal 311 database. So we can see the number of cases based on the different types of cases. We can see it analyzed according to the different neighborhoods. And we can also see a more detailed information based on different months. Necto can also give us information from underlying data. So for example, we can see here where there are issues that we need to take notice of for specific places. For example, here Necto can let us know that there is a recurring issue at the intersection of Geary and Masonic. This is important because it allows us to find what are the areas we need to take notice of without going and looking for the actual data at its core level. Necto can also analyze the data and let me know if there are any issues that are progressing, that are growing, that I need to take notice of. Let's see how that would work. I will click on One-Click Insight. Necto finds out for me where are the areas of the most significant growth in the number of cases. So for example, it can tell me that there is a significant growth in cases in Ansa Vista from December to January, and actually a 112% growth, which is really significant. Now let's see how we're going to handle this growth and how we can analyze it. The first thing I want to see is find out who are the most relevant people or agencies in the cities that can address this growth. So I will click on the issue and ask Necto to find who are the most relevant people. Necto analyzes the data and finds out which people and agencies are most relevant for this growth, and it will arrange it according to growth in percentage and growth in value. In this case, growth in value is more interesting to me, and I can see that the operational SKU in the Department of Public Works is where the growth is most attributed to. So I would like to ask them, do they know what happened in Ansa Vista? So I will click on it, and I can do a number of things now. I can add them to the grid if I want to further analyze it on my own. I can send them an email with a link to this workboard and to this data, or I can start a discussion within Necto, which will allow them to see it in the context that I see the issue. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen that a discussion has been opened between myself and the queue of the Department of Public Works. And I can now ask them. I've started a discussion with them. They'll be able to see it within Necto connected to the data, but they'll also receive an email so they can connect it to their own workflows. I can also invite other people to this discussion. So for example, I want to invite my manager so he will be able to see what I've uncovered and to see how I'm handling it. So I'll add Yevgeny to this discussion, and I'll also add Jonathan because I think it's important for him to know this as well. So after I've uncovered an issue, I've also assembled an ad hoc team to address this issue. But I can also do some analysis on my own. For example, I found out that the issue is in ANSA Vista. I want to find out what are the types of issues that this rise of cases in ANSA Vista is comprised of. So what I'll do is I'll expand the issues from ANSA Vista to find out what are the cases that this is comprised of. And look what I found. I found that the biggest rise comes from graffiti on public property and illegal postings. This is where the rise comes from. As I look at this workboard, I can also see that in Bayview District, there seems to be a significant problem in street and sidewalk cleaning. It's actually the most significant issue in this neighborhood. I want to understand what is the cause for this issue. So what I'll do is I'll try to look at other sources of information and see whether I can find some clarification for this rise. So I will now look at public information for street and sidewalk cleaning in Bayview. And I can see that there's been an article at the Chronicle on that just recently. I'll look at an article and I can see that it's written here very clearly that there has been a recurring problem for cleaning the sidewalks in the streets of this neighborhood based on the fact that people are parking their cars on the sidewalks, which makes it both dirtier and harder for the city staff to clean. We have seen how easy it is to use Necto to analyze municipal information from different information sources, both manually and by using Necto's automated tools, and collaborate with our peers on the insights we have uncovered.